What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, and my fighters? I'm One Eye Bri, also known as PT. You don't know if I'm winking or I'm blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about The Walking Dead in Season 10, Episode 14. And we got not one, but two sneak peeks that we're going to break down for you. Obviously, one here is with Ezekiel and Jerry. The other is with Carol and someone else. But we got a spoiler warning for The Walking Dead show and comics and all things Walking Dead spoiler warning. That's for sure. But before we get to it, guys, we have a goal, a big goal of 100,000 subscribers. We're getting closer every day and we're just about there, but we need your help to subscribe to the channel and help us out. Hit the join button to become a valued member of our PT channel Walking Dead family and ring the bell to be notified when we post videos every day. Now we're going to start with the sneak peek with Carol. Carol is walking in the woods by herself with Lydia's staff. Where is she going? We're not sure, but I'm guessing she has left Negan by the border, or should I say border. She left Negan at the border. They were talking about what to do next. Carol's not going back to Alexandria. She's going on her own. Negan is left holding the bag, and I mean the expression there, not the physical bag. Well, maybe he has the bag, but you see the opening minutes, you see Negan and Carol talking. They set up the deal when Negan was in Alexandria still. If you want to find out more, check out our video with this thumbnail, but just see Negan and Carol talking. But Carol is in the woods and she's going somewhere. She's by herself and she's hearing something. There's a wind, there's a howling, there's some kind of noise coming across, and she's just walking and walking along. Is it the same area where she found the bow staff? But I don't think so. It just looks similar with the leaves and the trees and the logs and everything. But either way, Carol is walking in the woods. Again, she hears a howling and she hears a Carol. And it's in her mind, at least I think, because it's Alpha saying Carol. And it's in the woods and no one's there. We don't see anybody else. Carol is clearly walking by herself. And I'm guessing it's her inner demons. She got to Alpha, and you see Alpha in the shadow there. But Alpha's gone. We know that Alpha's gone. And Carol knows that Alpha is gone. And I guess her inner demons are still there, and you can see Alpha behind Carol right there. But again, Alpha is gone. She was killed. This is in Carol's mind. Carol is seeing Alpha and she's being haunted by Alpha, and I'm sure that's a thing. I'm sure that's a real thing that Carol is looking on and she's just like, what is going on? And Alpha says, I'm always watching, kind of like the lady from Monsters Inc. And it's kind of creepy. But this shows that Carol is going to be haunted by Alpha for some time. And I'm not sure if she's ever going to get over it, but Alpha is gone. Physically, that is. But the haunting of Carol continues on, and what's going to actually get rid of that for Carol, if anything? And that's where it ends right there. The other sneak peek is Jerry and Ezekiel talking. And Ezekiel is going with Yumiko and Eugene to go find Stephanie, and Jerry doesn't know if it's a good idea. And it's just a nice heartfelt moment. You see some Kingdomers behind there. I'm not sure if that's my guy Jimmy, but the way it sounds like and the way it looks is that they're rebuilding the kingdom right here. And Jerry and Ezekiel are talking, and it's a nice moment. And I have to say, Jerry is one of my favorite show characters because Jerry is not in the comics, and the fact that Ezekiel is still alive is pretty cool. But they have a good conversation, and Ezekiel talks about why, because I'm sick, and maybe that's part of it. But Jerry just worries about Ezekiel because that's his friend. He even says, okay, boss, he's going to call him boss, but he stops and says Ezekiel because he's not his boss, I guess, anymore, even though Ezekiel makes a clear remark about the kingdom. And I'm guessing they're rebuilding the kingdom here, which would be pretty cool. So we would have the kingdom, Hilltop when it's rebuilt, Alexandria, and Oceanside. And it's just a nice little conversation. There's not much to gather of it. You know, Ezekiel talks about being a fool, but he's talking about being, going to find friends, going to find more people. And I think it's the line that Eugene says about being foolish, and he'll play the fool, and I think it plays off of that from the trailer. But it's just a nice moment between the two, and you just feel for Jerry. And it's kind of weird that Jerry's not going with Ezekiel. I have to say that, but Jerry's got kids, and he's got to look after Nabila and everything. I personally think Nabila is in danger after the fire, but we'll see what happens. It's a heartfelt moment with Jerry and Ezekiel, and it's a short little clip, but Jerry is going to be looking after things while Ezekiel is gone, and it's just a nice moment. I just feel for Jerry, because Jerry is the character that you love. He's the lovable teddy bear that you just, how do you not like the guy, right? But we'll see what happens with Ezekiel. Is he going to stay at the Commonwealth? Is he going to go to the Commonwealth and get treatment? Because he could live, that's for sure. I mean, if they have medical doctors and facilities in a hospital or something there at the Commonwealth, if they find it, Ezekiel could live. And after the hug, that's where the sneak peek ends. But I believe that they're going to find Stephanie, and Stephanie is part of the Commonwealth in the comics. They're going to West Virginia, which is the halfway point between Virginia and wherever Stephanie is located. I'm guessing it's Ohio, because in the comics it's Ohio. I don't know what downtown city this is. Is it Pittsburgh? Is it Charleston, West Virginia? Did they go the right way? Did they go the wrong way? Did they have to take a detour? We'll have to see what happens, because in the comic, Eugene takes our group to Pittsburgh, and I'm not sure where this is. It's hard to tell. It was filmed in downtown Atlanta. I'm not sure where they're going to call it, but you see Yumiko, Eugene, and Ezekiel. And my guess, and my potential spoiler information, is that it's Princess. Now, if you know the comics, you know the Princess of Pittsburgh is an interesting character. But if they don't go to Pittsburgh, is Princess going to be the Princess of West Virginia, or Princess of Charleston, or something, right? Because we just don't know how it's going to be on the show, because the show is the show and the comic is the comic. Because again, in the comic, they go to Pittsburgh. And if you know how important the city of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania is to the zombie genre and zombie culture and everything there, it would be pretty cool to see that on the show. But again, I'm not sure if we are or we aren't. So that's the sneak peek breakdowns of Carol and Alpha. A little bit of opening minutes with Carol and Negan, but that's another video. And Jerry and Ezekiel talking in a nice moment. I'm super excited for season 10, episode 14. The opening minutes, sneak peeks, promo photos. When we get information with you guys, we share it with you. Let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. And what do you think happens in season 10, episode 14 and beyond? Will we see Princess? Do they go to Pittsburgh? What do you think? Thank you guys for watching. And for those interested in my Zombie Apocalypse book series, I have this in every video, so you should know about it. But check out the link in the description below. As the book sales come back to the book series, Fight For Us and the PT channel. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you join the fight and pick your copy today. And tell them, Daryl.
Yo, we love you guys. Honestly, thank you.